Hello, and welcome to Moving Bastrop Forward. I am Mike Talbot, Bastrop City Manager, and this program is produced by the City of Bastrop to inform our citizens of the latest progress and activities of the city. We truly hope that you will find this program valuable, follow us, and get involved in our city by sending in your own thoughts and questions. We are interested in your thoughts. Some highlights of some things going on in the city. First, I would like to bring to your attention, at the last council meeting, we introduced to the council a new Bastrop App. This app was developed by our IT department, and at the topic of getting in touch with the city, I would encourage you to download it, and you go to your app store on your phone and go type in My Bastrop, Texas. And you'll find a lot of valuable information on that app, and it's both for iPhones and Androids, and you can submit requests anytime you see something around the city that you think needs attention, and that's very important to us. Report things like potholes, safety hazard, code violations, or anything that you have a concern about. This is one of the ways that we're going to be able to stay better in touch with our citizens. Additionally, you can pay your utility bill through the app, view the city calendar, contact city council members and staff, and make your own profile. We think this new app is really a useful way for citizens to stay connected with their city government here in Bastrop. The city also is currently undertaking updating our comprehensive plan. This is a year-long process, and we're delighted. The first part was receiving citizens' input and undertaking a survey, and we received thousands of responses to the survey detailing the future vision for the city. Citizens were asked for their input and what areas of development were most important for our city as we move forward. And this is really critical because we have many challenges confronting us as a growing city, and we need to hear from you issues that we should be focusing on and incorporating into our comprehensive plan. There will be periodic public sessions throughout the upcoming year, and hope that you'll take time to attend one of those to learn where we think the city is heading for the future and the projects that we'll be prioritizing. Also, a couple of months ago, the city made a major transition in how we handle our solid waste. We went out for requests for proposals, and Progressive Solution was selected to be our new waste hauler. This was a major step forward for the city because now citizens have two curbside recyclables, one for trash and one for recycling. We're delighted with the response that we've had from the citizens. After the first 2 months, we've had about a 60% participation rate with the citizens, and that's a substantial improvement. And we're taking care of our environment. That's a high priority for our city. And as part of that, a program was put together, Team Up to Clean Up, and this was to help raise awareness for recycling. And we partnered with Keep Bastrop County Beautiful as well as Progressive Waste System in a contest called Team Up to Clean Up, in which the teams are competing to bring in the most recycling. Teams have a chance to win up to $1,000 and a total of $4,000 in prize money is up for grab. The challenge is going on right now. The materials are being brought into the public workyard. That's where you need to take the recyclable materials. Hope that you get engaged in this because, again, recycling is very important to our community. Also, the subject of recycling, students from BISD, Colorado Collegiate Academy made a presentation to the City Council this past week. I was extremely impressed with the students and the presentation that they provided us. They have started an initiative at their school to collect recyclables as well as raise the awareness about the proper ways to recycle.
This year we have focused on the need for recycling within the school district. We did not recycle, we have not recycled at our school, so this is a new thing. And so these students are kind of leading this pilot program.
So far at Circa, we have held a school-wide assembly presented by Mr. Steve Shannon. We've also partnered with them, with his company, Progressive Waste Solutions, who donated 4 96-gallon recycling bins. We've already filled up 5 of them.
Some of our goals in creating SUSO and creating a team for Team Up to Clean Up was to educate not only the students that are a part of our school and our organization, but to hopefully take this from just our school and make it district-wide, city-wide, and maybe even this can become a state thing where every school or every district can have its own recycling program so that we can really make a difference outside of just our city, because this is an issue that has been coming up a lot lately, and it's time that we start finding solutions to these problems. And one solution that everybody seems to agree on is recycling.
A bunch of boring old people up here have said recycling is important, but you've actually done something about it. You're taking action and you're spreading it in the community. And I'm really, really impressed by that and really proud.
Council members were very positive in their support, and these students are to be commended for what they're undertaking, and we support them tremendously and hope that their success in this project is outstanding. Last month saw the groundbreaking of the Lost Pine Art Center Sculpture Garden. This is a project that has been 5 years in the making. A large group of citizens, board members, volunteers, and artists came together officially to kick off construction of what will truly be a beautiful facility for the city to enjoy art. The city has done a lot to help make this project happen, and we thank the Art Guild for their persistence in making this project a reality. And I was fortunate that I was able to attend the groundbreaking ceremony about a month ago to personally thank many of the members of the Art Guild for their persistence in staying on this project to a point of fruition, and we're looking forward to it getting under construction.
It's a very, very special historic moment for this city and for this area and for artists everywhere.
It's going to be very important to us, and it'll be a day that we'll all remember.
Awesome project, not only for the Art Guild, but especially for the city of Bastrop, for the county of Bastrop.
Moving on, some big issues that have faced us all here in the county. Of course, back in October of 13th, we had another fire.
I also want to announce that today I am declaring a state of disaster for Bastrop County. We grieve for the families and the homeowners who are displaced by this. This has to be an echo of a nightmare that they faced just a few years ago. Anyone who travels down just Highway 71 can see the charred remains of trees that were burned in the last fire, now only to see another fire arise.
This fire burned over 4,582 acres, destroyed over 60 structures, and displaced hundreds of residents throughout the county. Officially named the Hidden Pines Fire, it burned for 2 weeks before being declared 100% contained. Our governor, Greg Abbott, declared a state of disaster for Bastrop County. Bastrop City's fire department assisted in the firefighting efforts through the first days of the fire until the state and federal departments arrived. The city of Bastrop also made Mayfest Rodeo Arena available for the housing of livestock that was displaced during the fire. But everybody pulled together and got us through the fire. The fire wasn't the only disaster declared for our county. In October, Bastrop County Judge Paul Poppy declared disaster for the county as a response to the damaging floods that started this last Friday and lasted through the weekend. The Halloween floods of 2015 displaced over 100 people, and the city engaged in dozens of water rescues, pulling them from the cars. I was caught up in this. I was trying to get back to Bastrop, and it took me 4.5 hours to get back here, and because Highway 71 was totally shut down, and I had to find an alternate route to get back to Bastrop. The Colorado River crested Saturday morning around noon at 36 feet, 11 inches, and it left quite a mess down in Fisherman's Park that will have to be closed for a while for cleanup. But the river cresting at 3611 is the second highest flood on record for the city of Bastrop. So you can imagine the amount of damage that was done to the parks and the amount of work the parks departments are going to have to do in repairing various issues caused by the flood. Despite the difficulties presented by the flooding over the weekend, the city hosted thousands of people downtown at the annual Halloween festival. This year, the city closed North Main and Spring Street, and many people enjoyed the festivities, and we enjoyed them coming out and enjoying our community. The most important long-term issue facing the city of Bastrop is water. The city is continuing to pursue solutions to secure a reliable water supply, as well as seeking improvements to the infrastructure and treatment facilities. We're looking at, in the future, of putting an elevated storage tank on the west side of town, a new major transmission main from Highway 95 all the way across the Colorado River and tying in at Loop 150. As well as, because of the growth in the west side, we are starting the preliminary plans of building wastewater treatment plant number 3 on the west side of town. At this point, the estimated construction date for that project will be mid-2017 at this time. And as we continue this program, I will bring you more details and more specific dates, but that's what we're looking at this time. The Highway 71 construction, Tahitian Village, at this point, the Tahitian Village overpass is about 50% complete. They are on schedule. Even though we've had rain and some bad weather, they've been able to stay on schedule. The State Highway 95 project will be let for construction this December, and at this point, construction is projected to start in March of 2016. So in March, we'll actually have 2 overpasses under construction at one time. We have done a mobility study to address how we think traffic is going to be flowing through the city, and we'll be paying very careful attention to how traffic is flowing in comparison to what we project is going to happen, because we want to make this a smooth transition while these overpasses are being constructed. We're working on a downtown parking layout, improvements to LED to increase the size of parking in the downtown, and we'll be rolling out some preliminary plans for those projects after the first of the year. About a month ago, we had a joint meeting between the city and the Bastrop Economic Development Corporation. I think the most important part of that meeting is a city in Texas today, to be successful, it's essential that the city and the Economic Development Corporation are working in harmony for the economic development of the city. And you clearly came out of that meeting knowing that the city and the EDC are working together to create jobs and make this a better community. We've had some new businesses, Wingstop, Garcia's, Frenzus Medical Care Facility, and Mattress Swungs are just a few that have come into the city in the last month. We have continued to receive a lot of interest in retail activity, and we're seeing an increase of interest in housing activity as well. Of course, now that Halloween is behind us, the holiday season is here. We're looking forward to a wonderful time in downtown Bastrop, and we've seen some great improvements. The River of Lights and the River Walk starts on November 27th. The Lighted Christmas Parade, I hope you'll put this down, is on December the 12th, starting at 6 p.m. There will be an ice skating rink and many performances and events. It's a great time to get in the Christmas spirit. I look forward to it every year and look forward to seeing many of you down there when that event goes on. This is put on by the Bastrop Downtown Association, and they have a great website, lostpineschristmas.com, which will further expand upon that event and give you a calendar of activities. I want to thank you for just taking a few moments to hear this brief update. I hope the topics we've covered have been of interest to you. As I got prepared for this evening, it looks like rain is in our forecast starting tonight, and we could be receiving heavy rains again over the weekend. travel with safety, and remember, if water is crossing a street, turn around, don't cross. And closing, I would encourage you to visit cityofbastrop.org and like our page on the Facebook to stay up to date with the latest information. We hope to hear from you, and any questions that are submitted, I will bring them to this show and answer them during this Moving Forward program to let you know that we are receiving those questions and we are looking forward to responding to them.